No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no...
Get ready for one of the most bizarre court moments you'll ever see. Today's sovereign citizen not only refused to surrender after a warrant was issued, but is now standing before the judge with an argument straight out of another dimension. He's claiming he doesn't even exist. Yes, seriously. If you think you've seen wild legal defenses before, this one takes the cake. Apologies for the low video quality, but trust me, this case is too entertaining to miss. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're a fan of jaw-dropping courtroom drama, hit that like button and subscribe.
Multiple times in this case.
Your Honor, just for the record, the named defendant is actual property, a registered trade name. And the case has also been certified as a fraud. I have court-certified documents to prove that. That should be on the record, and that's the reason why it was certified to be a fraud, because the plaintiff is a foreign-owned private corporation, which I have no contract with, and neither does the registered trade name. And the registered trade name has been used without authorization and permission, and there's an act of identity theft, and that's probably one of the reasons also why the state has acquiesced that both cases are a fraud. Let me add one more piece of information. I am a foreign sovereign with respect to the privately owned foreign corporation known as the state of Washington.
Yes, on the 303 matter, Mr. Haywood was sentenced to serve 4 days in jail. He failed to report to the jail on June 29, 2023, and we're asking him to be taken into custody to serve that time.
No objection, Your Honor. I actually contacted the jail to make special arrangements to deliver the defendant with the special arrangements to not damage the paper, and the jail refused. So I attempted to deliver the defendant, and objection, the state has no standing as they are representing a privately owned foreign corporation. And
This guy seriously walked into jail, handed the officers a piece of paper with his name on it, and thought that counted as turning himself in. Like, what was the plan here? Did he actually expect them to be like, oh wow, solid paperwork? Guess we'll just arrest this piece of paper instead. Obviously, that didn't fly. I can't tell if he genuinely believes this stuff or if he's just here for the theatrics. And trust me, I've seen my fair share of sovereign citizen cases, but this one, easily top-tier ridiculous. What do you think? Is he completely out of touch with reality, or just playing games with the court? Drop your thoughts in the comments.
I think it's the 303 that he was convicted and ordered to do jail, and you believe that he didn't comply with jail because there's a docket entry that said defendant complied with jail. Maybe that was an error.
that was probably my attempt to deliver the defendant to the jail, but they refused. And just to clarify, the defendant only exists on paper, just as the plaintiff only exists on paper. The jail refused the paper, and here we are today. And the state still hasn't proven standing yet, by the way, as well.
So, Mr. Haywood, it doesn't look like you did the sentence on the 303 matter. And so I am going to quash the warrant. However, I am going to have you serve that time.
Okay, well, I'll deliver the paperwork to the jail. That's fine. I tried to once before, but they refused it. And just to clarify, I'm not the defendant. There is nothing on there, nor is there any testimony from anybody as first-hand witnesses under penalty of perjury that I am the defendant. And I've uploaded plenty of documentation to prove I'm not the actual defendant. That is a registered trade name, matter of public record, and registered with the state. So if you want me to serve some jail time, then we're going to need to change who the defendant is, because I'm not the defendant.
All right. So can you upload a new commitment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the reason they couldn't put my name on there as a defendant is because I'm a foreign sovereign with respect to the corporate entity known as the state of Washington, of which I have no contract with.
Well, you had your day in court on the 303 matter. You had a trial. You represented yourself or the defendant, whichever way you want to say it, but you represented the defendant yourself. And you were convicted and you were ordered to serve 4 days in jail. You didn't do that. And so,
The defendant was ordered to serve 4 days in jail, and I attempted to deliver the defendant to the jail, but the jail refused.
okay, well, I'm going to make sure that they don't, because I've done a new commitment for you today so that they won't refuse for the defendant to serve that time. You're going to serve those 4 days and then you'll be released and nothing more will happen on that 303 case. You'll be done. And then this case will be heard August 24th at 10:30 in the morning. If you change your mind about representing yourself, then you can ask for help if you want it. If you don't want help, we don't have to have it. So we'll see you in August. I'm going to have you take a seat right over there.
I won't be here for the defendant August 24th. Would you like me to deliver the defendant to the jail?
I would like you to sit over there
Is there any standing
with the
or
defendant.
jurisdiction chosen, proven here yet?
Please go take a seat.
Okay, so let the record reflect no jurisdiction has been.
This whole split personality routine is getting out of hand. Honestly, at this point, the judge could have just slapped him with a contempt charge and called it a day. He's being disruptive, constantly interrupting, and challenging the court's authority like he actually has a winning strategy. But the real kicker, the moment he claimed he doesn't even identify with his own name. That right, there would have been my breaking point. You can't just waltz into court and rewrite the rules, especially when you're already in trouble for breaking them. So, what do you think? Should the judge have shut this down sooner, or is this one of those sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the chaos moments? Drop your thoughts below, and let's get back into it.
Sonia Sesko, customer 231022402. Mr. Haywood, sit down.
Am I obligated to follow these rules?
You are going to sit down right now.
Do you have any jurisdiction? I don't believe you have any jurisdiction that's been proven yet.
Please sit down.
Are you threatening me with violence?
I'm asking you to sit down.
You don't have authority over the defendant. He has no authority.
What are you doing?
Mr. Haywood?
You're escaping?
I got things to do.
No, sir.
What?
You are in custody right now. If you leave the courtroom, it's a felony escape.
That's a felony to put me in custody because you have no authority or jurisdiction or standing. You got some proof of
Okay,
that?
well, we are all being recorded, so if you leave this courtroom, it'll be a felony escape charge. Your choice.
Okay, well then, I guess in the best interest of peace, in regards to your violence, I will go ahead and relax for a minute, but let's get with it. I got things to do. Got it?
What was that just thrown?
Car keys.
Do you know that person?
Yeah, they're my voice.
Okay. All right. So thank you. Mr. Haywood has been very disruptive. He tried to leave the courtroom once he was placed in custody. So just FYI, be careful with him.
So, give me a break. Can I just see just need to see it, thank you. Can I see who's being put into custody, please? I just need to see the name. I just need to see the name of the person. Okay, that's not me, that's the problem here.
Christopher Sanborn's matter. We're here today on
That's not me.
Who's that?
The name is saying, but that's my registered trade name. I got all that documentation right here.
Okay, good.
You want it? Okay. Here. Well, this is the defendant technically.
If you want that, I can go with you, put everything, try that.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's taken care of.
We can see that you can get the right name.
Did she file a notice of appearance?
I will make sure that she does, Your Honor.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I haven't had enough coffee yet today. So yeah, no, you've got Ms. Bradshaw, so that's fine. You don't need to do those forms.
All right, I've officially had it with this sovereign citizen circus. It's about time they put this guy in custody. He's got the script memorized word for word, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's one of the ringleaders spreading this nonsense online. These people seriously believe they can dodge the law just by declaring they're not part of the system. Like my guy, that's not how reality works. You can't just yell, your laws don't apply to me, and expect the court to go, oh no, he cracked the code. Guess we have to let him go. What's wild is how convinced they are that they're outsmarting the system, when really, they're just digging themselves into a bigger mess. They're so deep in conspiracy theories that they don't even realize they're their own worst enemy. The law doesn't care about your magic words. You can argue all day, but at the end of it, you're still getting locked up like anyone else who refuses to face the consequences. And the funniest part, a lot of these guys could have just paid a small fine and walked free. Instead, they go on these absurd rants, refuse to cooperate, and end up behind bars, only to act shocked when it happens. Like, what did you think was going to happen anyway? What do you guys think? Was this guy truly that disconnected from reality, or was he just putting on a show? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love watching courtroom chaos unfold, make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you in the next one.